We tell our reflections. Art Yard Brooklyn, 2022.
That's me looking in the mirror thinking, am I ready to give myself a haircut? And as I thought about it, I thought back to the summer of 2020 where there were so many Black Lives Matter protests, and I could actually hear helicopters in my apartment. And the helicopters are coming. Are the helicopters on this side of the mirror, that side of the mirror? Is it a mirror? Is it a window? Why is my hair escaping out of the mirror, out of the reflection? I think it's a reflection, pun totally intended, of the way in which everything kind of blended together and everything was surreal and still is a little surreal, and sometimes things actually felt like inside out or upside down.
I rarely travel outside the state of Kansas or my own community of Salina, for that matter. A very significant experience was a trip to Italy in 2008. It was focused on art and architecture. And as I thought about that experience, I thought also about the whole idea of travel and what that means, especially during the COVID virus restrictions. We've all had to change the way we move within our environments, how we interact and network with others, neighbors, family, and friends. Art has eased the burdens of this very strange time we are experiencing.
Recently heard a discussion on the radio about how people have found activities during the pandemic that have turned out to be a focus during these challenging times. For me, it was being introduced to Art Yard and the amazing community of artists I've met over the past 2 years through the Zoom classes every Monday, people I never would have had the opportunity to meet otherwise. Art Yard has been a major focus for me, and I am grateful to be part of such a diverse, talented group.
Text message is often a vehicle or conduit for a respond fast to this request or this idea, and it usurps our power to actually reflect in a careful and considered way. So recently I found myself quickly saying yes to something that I realized had so many more nuanced ideas that were challenging that I did not think through in my quick text message response. So I suspect that this piece is a little bit of both the good and the bad. It's nice to be able to connect with somebody and try to get help for something quickly, but it is also perhaps leading to a place when one does not reflect enough on what the answer should be or what's best for everything, or even consider the full extent of the request or the situation. So that's what this piece is. That's it.
Life is what happens when you are making other plans. This is my favorite quote from John Lennon. A few years ago, my daughter Rachel and her fiancé Rich Payakapan started planning their wedding. After culling the respected guest lists, they estimated the wedding would include over 200 guests. They set a date, hired an event planner, wrote their vows, and put a deposit down on a big wedding venue in Queens. Next, Rachel and I ordered a beautiful wedding gown. On March 20th, COVID-19 walloped New York City, closing businesses, schools, and social venues. While scientists worked feverishly on COVID vaccines, event plans went out the window.
This piece is about the main things I've accomplished in 2021, like reading for leisure a lot, graduating, and being able to buy my mom a really expensive gift for the first time. Wow, it feels like I'm an adult.
To show how stressed I was and how it was definitely an adaptation and a transition into middle school on my first day. But now as I look back on it, I see that it's really getting better and it's not so stressful as it was anymore. And in my artwork, I showed a hand squeezing a brain because that was a bit how I felt at the time and in the moment. But I think it's getting a lot better now.
So this is my cat Foxy, who I got in the summer of 2021. She was with me for a couple weeks until she decided to jump out of my window. So this picture is happy and sad. It brings back happy memories of the time that we got to share, and then the sad moments of when, I woke up and she just was not here anymore. So yes, this is my cat, Foxy. Rest in peace, my love.